Hi, my name is Michelle Leffler. I'm a shamanic energy alchemist and owner of Living Moon Meditation. I help high achieving givers get unstuck when they are spiritually and energetically drained by supporting and teaching them to put themselves first. Today, I want to talk to you about the 5 things you need in order to heal from a dramatic loss or life change. First off, you need to understand the definition of grief. I have come to realize that so many people don't know what grief is. It's a keen emotional response to a major change. That's it. It doesn't mean death. It doesn't mean sadness. It's just a keen emotional response to a major change. And everyone equates grief to death, but any major change can spark a keen emotional response. Grief is the automatic response that we have to major change. Now, the second one is one of my favorites. You need permission to throw out the rules because there are no rules. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. Forget the stages of grief. I hate stages of grief. I hate it because the thought of stages implies a linear grieving process, and most people don't grieve in a linear way. Grief is all over the place. But even when we acknowledge that grief is all over the place, stages of grief implies that every grieving person will experience every stage at some point that they are grieving, and that's wrong. Some do, some don't. So throw it out. Now, you need spirituality, and this is a biggie. I'm not saying you need to believe in God or organized religion. You can, but you don't have to. I'm just saying that you need to believe in something bigger than yourself. And it helps make sense of what happened. Maybe not right away, but at some point, having a spiritual foundation will help you make sense out of what happened. So make spirituality your own. Define it however you want to. Believe in something even if nobody else does. It doesn't matter what it is. Just believe in something. Now we're getting into the hard part. In order to heal, you have to love yourself. You have to have self-love. And this was the hardest part for me. You see, I thought I loved myself, but then I got to the point where I realized I didn't even know what the word self-love meant. And if I didn't know what it meant, then I couldn't honestly say that I was doing it. Now, self-love is crucial because when you experience loss, you realize that external people and things won't be around forever. And the only thing that you do have that will be with you forever is yourself and the love that you have for yourself, if you have it or if you don't have it. So if the value you place on yourself is dependent on something or someone external, then when you lose that someone or something, then your value will go away. But if you love yourself and have value from who you are at your core, that's not going away. And lastly, you need help. You're going to need help in your grief process at some time. Now, we all walk a unique journey through grief, but that doesn't mean that we can or we should walk it alone. It's important to seek out other people. We have a lot of emotions going on during grief. We have a lot that we're dealing with, and we need to get those thoughts out to somebody else. So it's important to seek out other people. We need to talk to them. We need to have somebody listen and witness what we're saying and what we're thinking. So talk to your friends and family, but understand that they're not really going to know what to say or do to you. And that's okay because your grief is unique. And some of your relationships will change because they don't know how to help you. But that's okay too. You can talk to them, and if the relationship changes, let it go. You can make new relationships, new friends. And if at some point you realize that your grief experience is more than you can handle, even with talking to friends and family, understand that you can seek help by finding a professional. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. It's okay to seek help from professional sources. Thank you for listening to what I had to say about the 5 things that you need in order to heal from dramatic loss.